Africa in darkness, the energy inequality crisis. What if I told you that while the world celebrates electric cars, smart cities, and AI-driven futures, nearly 600 million Africans still live in the dark? That while neon lights glow in New York, Tokyo, and Dubai, children in Lagos, Kinshasa, and rural Ghana are forced to study by candlelight, or worse, by the dim flame of a kerosene lamp. Think about it. In 2025, we still measure progress by how many of us have power in our homes. And no, when I say power, I don't mean the type of power your uncle brags about at family meetings. I mean literal electricity, the kind that charges your phone, keeps your fridge cold, and powers the Wi-Fi you're watching this video on. But here's the chilling truth. Africa is trapped in an energy inequality crisis. A crisis so big, it's not just about lights going off. It's about futures being shut down. One, a continent in the dark. Electricity is not just a convenience. It's a foundation of modern life. Yet in sub-Saharan Africa, half the population has no access to reliable power. Imagine this. You're a young entrepreneur in Nigeria with a brilliant idea. You build your app, your website is ready, your audience is excited, and then NEPA takes the light. Dreams die not because of lack of talent, but because of lack of power. Without electricity, hospitals can't operate equipment. Babies in incubators die. Farmers lose crops without cold storage. Students fall behind because they cannot study after sunset. And the most painful part? This inequality is man-made. 2. The inequality gap. While Africa struggles in the dark, the rest of the world moves faster. Europe invests billions in green energy. Asia builds mega power plants. Even small island nations boast nearly 100% electrification. But Africa contributes less than 4% of global carbon emissions, yet suffers the most from climate restrictions. The irony? We are told not to use coal, oil, or gas, but we are not given enough solar, wind, or hydropower either. It's like being told not to eat rice, but nobody gives you jollof either. How are we supposed to survive? This is the energy trap. 3. Stories from the ground. Take South Africa, the most industrialized nation on the continent. Yet even there, load shedding is a daily nightmare. Or Nigeria, Africa's largest economy, but one of the most unreliable power grids in the world. Citizens spend billions every year on noisy generators, choking the air with pollution. But here's the shocking truth nobody wants to admit. The crisis isn't just about infrastructure. It's also about politics, corruption, and exploitation by foreign powers. And that is where the real story begins. 1. Who benefits from Africa's darkness? Ask yourself, who profits when 600 million people stay in the dark? The generator companies? The diesel importers? The corrupt politicians signing fake power contracts? Or maybe the global powers who prefer a weak, dependent Africa? The truth is uncomfortable. Keeping Africa in darkness keeps Africa under control. 2. A glimpse of hope. But Africa has the resources to light itself up 10 times over. We have the largest solar potential in the world. Massive rivers that could power hydroelectric dams. Strong winds across the Sahara and coastal regions. Even natural gas reserves waiting to be harnessed responsibly. So why are we still in darkness? Because leadership is weak, policies are short-sighted, and youth voices are often silenced. Pattern interrupt, sudden reset. But here's the funny thing. If we can organize WhatsApp groups for weddings, protests, and football debates, surely we can organize for electricity too. 3. The youth revolution of energy. This is where you, the young African, come in. Your generation cannot afford to accept the darkness as normal. If our leaders won't fix it, we must demand transparency. If foreign powers exploit us, we must innovate around them. Remember, The same way mobile money leapfrogged traditional banking, solar microgrids can leapfrog corrupt national grids. The same way African tech startups challenged old systems, energy startups can build a new future. And here's the big question. What happens if Africa finally switches on? Imagine the creativity, the industries, the inventions waiting to explode once power becomes reliable. Africa's story does not have to remain one of darkness. The energy inequality crisis is real, but it is not permanent. We are a continent of resilience, innovation, and unstoppable spirit. But time is running out. Because every day of blackout is another lost dream, another child left behind, another opportunity stolen. So I ask you, what role will you play? Will you be the generation that complained about NEPA, Eskom, and blackouts? Or will you be the generation that said, enough is enough, let there be light? Because Africa's future will not be written in darkness. It will be written in power.